Students, good day. It is indeed a joy to meet you all once again on our continued lecture series on operating costing. I hope by now you are well versed with the theory on operating costing and also with illustration 6.1 and 6.2, which talks about total number of kilometers and total number of passenger kilometers. Today, we shall take up two problems for our discussion, namely illustration 6.3 and 6.4. Here, in illustration 6.3, you are given data relating to two vehicles, A, B, and they are asking you to compute the cost per running mile. So there are two vehicles, vehicle A and B, and they are asking you to compute the cost per running mile. What is the cost incurred by the transport company in running the respective vehicle per mile? Here, they have given to you a table, and this table is given to you in two forms. We will categorize the data in two forms. They are computable data and non-computable data. Now, what is computable data and what is non-computable data? Computable data are such data which will be used in the preparation of operating cost sheet. Yes, in this module, you will learn an operating cost sheet. An operating cost sheet is necessary for you to ascertain a certain cost incurred on transport at various circumstances. So, as we progress through one illustration after the other illustration, we will teach you how operating cost sheet can be used. However, I am introducing operating cost sheet to you all in this video. Well, getting back to the concept, computable data. Computable data are such data which will be used in the preparation of operating cost sheet. However, non-computable data are data which will not reflect in the operating cost sheet. However, they will help in the overall preparation of computable cost sheet. Now, computable data are data which are expressed in the monetary value, and non-computable data are not expressed in the monetary value. This is a simple reason why they will not appear. Non-computable data will not appear in the operating cost sheet. Now let's get into the problem, and while we read the data given to us in the problem, we will be able to easily differentiate between computable data and non-computable data. Now let's see. Mileage run annual, vehicle A 15,000, vehicle B 6,000. Now this means, what is the mileage given by vehicle A and vehicle B annually? So vehicle A gives 15,000 mileage, vehicle B gives 6,000 mileage. Now here, the data given to us is in the form of miles and not in the form of money. So therefore, this is a non-computable data. Right. Cost of vehicle. Cost of vehicle is rupees 25,000 and 15,000 respectively for A and B. Now this again is a non-computable data. Why? Not because they are not going to be used in operating cost sheet. That's not the only criteria. And because they are given to us in the money value, you should not be confused. Okay, now that sir explained, computable data are data which will not be expressed in monetary value, and therefore they are not taking an operating cost sheet. What about cost of vehicle? They are expressed in monetary value. See, cost of vehicle is expressed in monetary value, but they are not computable data. I will tell you what computable data is. Yes, computable data is data which is expressed to us in the money form. And not only that, computable data are variable cost and fixed cost. Only fixed cost and variable cost comes under computable data, because there are two segments in our operating cost sheet, and they are fixed cost segment and variable cost segment. So therefore, here the cost of vehicle given to us neither falls under variable cost nor it falls under fixed cost. It's a capital cost. So therefore, they do not fall under either variable nor fixed. So therefore, they are non-computable data for us. Now let's move to the next. Road license annual, insurance annual, garage rent annual, supervision and salaries annual. They are all computable data. Why? Because they all fall under the fixed cost category. Now, why they fall under fixed cost category? They simply fall under fixed cost category because here, in the context of operating cost, any cost which varies for 12 months or more than 12 months is a fixed cost. Let's move to the other set of data. Driver's wage per hour, cost of fuel per gallon, miles run per gallon, repairs and maintenance per mile, tire allocation per mile, estimated life of vehicles. Now they are all, now the one that we see here, they are all variable cost. Now why they are variable cost? Because they are expressed to us in the form of per unit value. Now look at this. Driver wages per hour, it's per unit value. Cost of fuel per gallon, miles run per gallon, repairs and maintenance per mile, tire allocation per mile. So they are all measured per mile, which is nothing but per unit. So they are variable cost and they do not span for 12 months or more than 12 months. So they are variable cost. Next, let's continue. Estimated life of vehicles is 1 lakh miles and 75,000 miles. They have given that to us. So estimated life of vehicle is again a non-computable data which will be used in depreciation. They have given us depreciation in the problem. So when we calculate depreciation, they will be held or they will be used there. Charge interest at 5% per annum on cost of vehicles. Please note this, interest on cost of vehicles is a fixed cost. The vehicles run 20 miles on an average. So this is the information given to us. Students, one thing you have to notice here is, though they have not explicitly asked you to calculate depreciation, depreciation is a part of your operating cost sheet. When you are given the cost of the vehicle and you are given the estimated life, these two informations are all the more you need it, all the more that you need to calculate depreciation. Alright, now we are done with the discussion of question. Let's get into the problem. Let's see how the problem is worked out. This is how your operating cost sheet will look. Okay, this is how your operating cost sheet will look. It starts with a heading operating cost sheet for the year ending dash dash dash. And in the first line, you will mention the number of cost units. So here, the number of cost units or cost units are referred to us in the form of miles. So for vehicle A, it is 15,000 miles. For B, it is 6,000 miles. Now let's start with the operating cost sheet. You have two columns, particulars. Amount column 1 for vehicle A, amount column 2 for vehicle B. Now, there are two parts to your operating cost sheet. One is your fixed cost per annum. The next is your variable cost per mile. Alright? So it is fixed cost per annum and variable cost per mile. So the data you reflect on operating cost sheet will always be per annum for fixed cost and will be per mile for your variable cost. Let's see how we deal with them. Now let's get started. Road license. Road license is given to us annually. And fixed cost we are reflecting per annum. You can mention them as it is. So road license is 750 for vehicle A and 750 for vehicle B per annum. Insurance is 700 for vehicle A, 400 for vehicle B. Garage rent 600 for vehicle A, 500 for vehicle B. Supervisory salaries 1200 for vehicle A, 1200 for vehicle B. Supervisory salaries are over. Interest 5% on cost of vehicle 1250 and 750. They are all expressed to us per annum. So therefore you don't have to worry or get confused on them. Present them as they are. Now let's go to variable cost per mile. Okay, before we go to variable cost per mile, let's total them. Now the total of fixed cost per annum for vehicle A is 4,500. The fixed cost per annum for vehicle B is 3,600. Now let's convert fixed cost, which is in per annum, to fixed cost per mile. So what we are doing? We are converting fixed cost per annum, which is in the form of per annum, to fixed cost per mile. How do we do that? Very simple. It's the same concept we use to convert total cost to cost per unit. So our total fixed cost is 4,500 and 3,600 and our number of units are 15,000 miles and 6,000 miles. So 4,500 divided by 15,000 miles, you get 0.30. I like this for you here. 4,500 divided by number of miles, which is 15,000 miles. And here it is 3,600 divided by 6,000 miles. You get 0.60 minutes. Now let's continue with our variable cost per mile. Now pay attention, variable costs are not expressed in the form of per annum. Variable costs are expressed in the form of per mile or per unit. So that clearance you should have, or that clarity you should have. So let's get started. Now how do we start? Driver's wage. Now let's see, driver's wage per hour is given to us as rupees 3. So driver is paid rupees 3 per hour. And then at the end, the problem says the vehicle run 20 miles on an average. So basically, the driver is paid rupees 3 for 20 miles. This is a loan. Driver is paid rupees 3 for 20 miles. Now we want to know per mile cost. That's what we're doing in variable cost, right? So if a driver is paid rupees 3 for 20 miles, how much will the driver be paid for 1 mile? Per unit is per mile, right? 1 mile. So when you do cross multiplication, 3 into 1 divided by 20, you get 0.15. So this is how you calculate per variable cost or per mile cost. Alright? So it is 0.15 and 0.15. Fuel cost per mile. Again, you see fuel cost per mile or fuel cost per gallon also. The same ratio you use to take them. So it is 0.15 and 0.20. The same base is taken. The same base is taken to calculate the other variable cost also. And then you have 1.65. What is 1.65? Repairs and maintenance is 1.65 and 2. Tire allocation 0.80 and 0.60. 0.80, 0.60. And then you have depreciation. See, I told you, depreciation should be calculated even though they have not asked for it, because they are very much a part of your cost sheet, especially when cost of the vehicle is given and you have the estimated life of vehicle given. So depreciation is nothing but cost divided by estimated life. So what is the cost? The cost of the vehicle is 25,000 and 15,000, and the estimated life is, as you can see, 1 lakh miles and 75,000 miles. So cost of the vehicle divided by estimated life, you will get depreciation. So in this case, depreciation is 0.25 and 0.20. 0.25 and 0.20. Okay, so we have calculated variable cost per mile. So just have a look at it. 0.15, 1.65, 0.80, 0.25. And you have 0.15, 0.20, 2.0, 0.60, 0.20. Now, variable cost is given to us in the form of per mile, so we don't have to convert them separately to per mile. Now that I don't have space here, so let me take support this. Now please have a look at your module. And in your module, you have variable cost per mile. Variable cost per mile for A and B. So what is it for A? For A it is 3. And for B, it is 3.15. Variable cost per mile for A it is 3 and for B it is 3.15. Fixed cost per mile, we call it as A. So this we call it as B. So next, what we're going to see is total cost per running mile. That's what they want us to find out, right? So that is nothing but A plus B. So when you do A plus B, A plus B, 0.30 plus 3 is 3.30. 0.60 plus 3.15 is 3.75. Answer arrived. So your total cost per running mile is 3.30 and 3.75. So a small recap of what we have learned so far. The problem number 6.3 is asking you to compute the cost per running mile for vehicle A and vehicle B. Now how do you calculate or compute cost per running mile for vehicle A and vehicle B? You open an operating cost sheet. You calculate fixed cost per annum, you calculate variable cost per mile. Once you calculate fixed cost per annum, you convert the fixed cost per annum to fixed cost per mile. So fixed cost per mile here is 0.30, 0.60. Fixed cost per mile. We are already calculating fixed cost per mile, so therefore we don't have to break our head. I have taught you how to calculate it per mile. So the total of fixed cost per mile is 3.15. How do I get 3? Addition of this. How do I get 3.15? Addition of this. So you have variable cost per mile. Now, fixed cost per mile is A, variable cost per mile is B, A plus B. So what is A plus B? 0.30 plus 3 is 3.30, 0.60 plus 3.15 is 3.75. We've arrived at the answer. The answer is 3.30, 3.75. We have come to the end. This is how you solve solution for illustration 6.3. Students, let's now take up illustration 6.4 for our discussion today. So what does the problem say? It says Union Transport Company supplies the following details in respect of a truck of a 5-ton capacity. And the details given to us are cost of truck, estimated life, diesel, oil, grease, repairs, maintenance, cleaners, wages, drivers, wages, insurance, tax, general supervision charges. Now it's very important for us to categorize these data into variable and fixed cost. Alright. So what is cost of a truck? Cost of a truck is the capital cost. So it is a non-computable data, irrespective of the fact that it is given to us in the monetary value. Estimated life is 10 years, non-computable data. Diesel, oil and grease. So diesel, oil and grease is a variable cost, or in other words, we can also call them as a running cost, because they are used every now and then. Alright, so and they also differ from the usage of vehicle. The more the usage of the vehicle is, the more is the cost incurred on diesel, oil and grease. So they are variable, they vary, they change. Repairs and maintenance. Repairs and maintenance are also variable. The more the usage, the more repairs and maintenance. The less the usage, less repairs and maintenance, excuse me. So therefore, they vary. Cleaners' wages, they are fixed. Drivers' wages, they are fixed. So it is fixed. See, there can be an argument that cleaners' wages and driver wages are not fixed, but they are semi-fixed, semi-variable. So they come in both the categories. So for the convenience of operational costing, we consider cleaner's wage and driver's wage always as fixed cost. So please keep that in your mind. Insurance is fixed, tax is fixed, general supervision charges are fixed. Irrespective whether the vehicle runs or not, these general supervision charges have to be paid. So they are fixed. So now you get a clarity as to which are fixed cost and variable cost. Let's move to the paragraph. The truck carries goods to and from city covering a distance of 50 miles each way. So each way it carries or it covers 50 miles. The truck carries goods to and from city covering a distance of 50 miles each way. So each way it carries covers 50 miles. While going to the city, freight is available to the extent of full capacity, and on return 20% of capacity. Assuming that the truck run on an average of 25 days a month, work out operating cost per ton mile. We will only calculate operating cost per ton mile. We will not calculate the second one because that's not covered in your syllabus. So therefore, what your syllabus does not ask, we will not cover in the discussion. You don't have to prepare that for your examination. The second part, which is rate per trip that the company should charge if profit of 50% on freightage is to be earned, that is not calculated. So you don't have to worry. Now let's work it out. So what they are asking operating cost per ton mile. Now how do we calculate? So let's start. Operating cost statement for the month ending. This is the format. Particulars, 2 amount column, 1 amount column for per month. Information to us is given in the form of per month value. So Enter per month figures here. And the second column is for per ton mile. Per ton mile is not given to us, but that's what they're asking us to find out. So therefore, I will teach to you eventually how we will find that out. Now, let's start. I told you in operating cost sheet there are always two parts, fixed cost and running or variable cost. So, what is fixed cost here? Your driver's wage, as I told you, is fixed cost given to us in per month value. Driver wage 500, cleaner's wage 250 per month, insurance 400 per month, taxes 200 per month, general supervision 400 per month. Now, all put together is 1750 per month, which are your fixed costs. Now let's look into the running or variable costs. See, running and variable costs are not given to us per month, but how do we calculate? Look, diesel, oil, etc. Diesel oil grease is rupees 15 per trip each way. Rupees 15 per trip each way. So, 15 per trip each way. There are two trips. To and fro is 2. So, 2 into 25 days a month. They work 25 days a month because we are calculating per month. So how many working days a month? 25. So do you understand how you get 15 into 2 into 25? 15 per trip. There are 2 trips, 25 days in a month. So we calculate, we get 750. And then repairs and maintenance. Repairs and maintenance is given to us directly as 500 rupees per month. Very good. We don't have to break our head there to convert them to per month. It's already given directly. Depreciation. Now depreciation, how do I calculate? I've already given you a gist as to how to calculate depreciation in the previous problem. We take the value of the asset or the capital cost of the asset. So the value of the asset is 90,000 into estimated life of the vehicle is 10 years. So 1 by 10 into, we are calculating it only for 1 month, 1 by 12. So 90,000 into 1 by 10 into 1 by 12. So this will give us depreciation. So depreciation is going to be 2,000. Sorry, 750. Yes, 750. Now, 90,000 into 1 by 10 into 1 by 12. What's the rationale of calculating? 90,000 is the cost of the vehicle. 90,000 is the cost of the truck. Estimated life is 10 years. 90,000 into 1 by 10 will give you the estimated life of the vehicle, value of the vehicle for 1 year, into 1 by 12 for 1 month, which is 750. That's how it is. Okay, or you can also take this way. If 90,000 is for 10 years, what is it for 1 year? You will get a certain value. If that's the value for 1 year, what is the value for 1 month? So that's how you get. Alright, 750. 90,000 into 1 by 10 into 1 by 10. Now you add up all these together, 750 plus 500 plus 750, you get 2,000. So basically, 1,750 is the fixed cost incurred by the truck owner to run the truck per month. 2,000 is the running or variable cost incurred by the truck owner to run the truck per month. Now the total of them is 3,750. Now we have the cost incurred in running a truck per month. This is the total cost. But we want to calculate per ton mile. How do we calculate per ton mile? That's the question. In order to calculate per ton mile, we have to know how many ton miles are there, right? So let me use this portion of the board to calculate that for you. Ton miles are computed as, see, the problem says the truck has a 5-ton capacity. The truck has a 5-ton capacity and it covers a distance of 50 miles each way. So, one way, 50 miles into 5-ton capacity. Second way, that is flow, this is 2, and in flow, what happens is, again it is 50 miles, but look at the paragraph. It says, while going to the city, freight is available to the extent of full capacity. 50 miles into full capacity is 510. 510 is full capacity. But whereas during return of 50 miles, on return, 20% of capacity. So 20% of 5 is what? 20% of 5 is 1. This into 25 days. This is equals to 7,500 ton miles. So 7,500 is a total ton miles. I repeat, we are going to calculate ton miles. 50 miles per way. There is to and fro, 2 ways. So while you travel 2 full ton capacity, so 5 plus 50 miles back or fro, there is only 20% ton capacity because they have delivered the goods and they are coming back. So 20% of 50 is 1. So 50 into 5 is 50 into 1. Total number of working days or the number of working days in a month is 25 days. In 25 days, 7,500 tons. Now this you put here. Ton miles is equals to 7,500 and you know how to find it. So 7,500, 1,750 divided by 7,500, 0.233. 2,000 divided by 7,500, 0.267. Both put together 0.520. You get the answer. How do you get this? 1,750 divided by 7,500. 1,007. Sorry. You get the answer. Alright? This is how you solve, and this is sufficient for 6.1. Thank you.